Well, if you are about to reside uh, either through a purchase or through a tenancy in a homeowners association or a condominium association, the typical issues that arise are, can I have a pet? How many pets can I have? Is there a breed restriction on dogs? Is there any kind of weight restriction? There's also issues as to what kind of parking is going to be available. Is there going to be assigned parking, and will that be actually documented, or will it just be, told by the board, hey, you can park there exclusively, and then have that taken away at a later date, which has happened to some of my clients. There are also issues that relate to if you're an owner and you're looking at some point at the property as an investment and you would like to lease the property, need an attorney to look over the declaration and the rules and regulations to see what kind of restrictions, if any, there are on leasing the property out. So those are two main things, but it's not a bad idea to have an attorney just look over the governing documents. It doesn't take long. There's a lot of issues involving things such as when the developer first had the property and easements, and typically those don't affect the average unit owner. So an experienced attorney can look through the declaration very quickly and find the types of issues that a prospective owner or tenant in a condominium or HOA association would be concerned about, such as, like I said, such as parking, pet ownership, tenancy, those kinds of things. And it's really nice to know that before you close on the home and then go, oops, I didn't know about any of this, because you're actually put on notice because the governing documents are recorded in the public records. So the courts take the position that you are on notice that these rules and regulations and restrictions are open to you, and you have the opportunity to review those before you close on the property. And you have the statutes that control condominium associations and homeowners associations, and it's a unit owner's obligation to make sure that they're familiar enough with those that when a problem pops up, they can't go, well, I didn't know that. I didn't read the statute. I didn't look up the declaration. And most people, if they looked them up, they probably, not because of any type of level of lack of understanding, but they're probably not going to be able to get through all the legalese and understand exactly how that applies to them. And that's what a competent attorney does, is to take those rules and regulations and take those statutes and say, this is kind of what kind of issues may come up, and kind of prepare the purchaser or the tenant prior to them signing any documents that kind of tie them in, so they can't get out of it at a later date if something comes up that they could have prepared for.